fucking riding, dude. I'm so pumped.
We're riding.
Let's go. Okay, here we go.
Got me with the face cam on and shit too. This is rare.
I love it, dude. I love it.
Special. This is a special occasion.
How was your podcast with Kia Money and Champ?
It was dope. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Really good
go.
one. There's some great hosts.
Okay, I tagged you. If you want to just like retweet the original one.
Yeah, I got you with the retweet.
Let's go.
All right, cool. We're good.
Let's fucking get into it, dude. Fired up.
Is there like a an audience chat or no?
They're probably like they can put it on the It doesn't come up on here. They can put it like through Twitter, but I don't. We're gonna be so locked in. It's not gonna be a.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna play my theme song. Let me share my screen. Let's fucking go, bro. Fucking ThreadGuy, dude. Fire the fuck up right now.
Let's fucking go.
Episode 27, dude. My other son is sleeping literally in the room next door, so fucking we're still riding. Let's go.
We're riding, baby.
We're riding. Hype happy hour, talking about life, so you might feel empowered. Hype happy hour, tornado on the mic with a guest giving flowers. Hype happy hour, tools, interviews, provide life tapping power. Hype happy hour, positive and light with advice, build your tower. Happiness is key, so you gotta bring the smiles out. Inspiration needs a bit of passion to just wild out. Positivity and optimism when we ride out. Enthusiasm and dreams, gotta feed them till your time's out.
Let's fucking go. We are absolutely fucking riding on this amazing night. I am Gentle Tornado. I am your host of the Hyped Happy Hour. This is episode 27. We are absolutely riding. I created a company called Hyped. Hyped is an acronym that stands for happiness, inspiration, positivity, enthusiasm, and dreams. If you look down at my logo on the bottom left, it is an H with a heartbeat in the middle, because here at Hyped, we live every single day like it's our last. We don't know how many heartbeats we have, so we are motivated every day to make the world a better place. I am on an absolute mission to make positivity louder and to change the world. Today, on episode 27, I am fucking joined by the man himself. He's a fucking humble dude. He works his fucking ass off. He's got strong ethics. He's a fucking grinder. ThreadGuy, how are you?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me on. It's a pleasure.
That's good, dude. Grateful to have you. We go straight into it, dude. We started off with what we're grateful for. So what are you grateful for today?
Man, I'm grateful to be joining you on this podcast on a beautiful Tuesday night, 10:52 p.m. Vibes on a million. We're riding.
Let's go. We are riding, dude. I'm gonna file a patent for that shit, dude. We're going to the fucking
moon. Hey, you gotta get on that ASAP.
I already got the .eth, but I haven't patented it. I probably already patented it, but fuck it, dude. We're so out here. All right. So the goal of this podcast is to bridge the gap between Web3 and personal life. Just people that are great in the Web3 space, influence or not. I like to highlight them, get into the deep words within Hyped, and just make, like I said, positivity louder. So what we do is we started off with an origin story. So give me an origin story about who ThreadGuy is from childhood to now. You talk me through your childhood up until how you got here.
Yeah, that's a good question. ThreadGuy used to be Michael, the basketball player, for a while. That was pretty much all it was up until high school, all the way through high school. I probably found the bridge that eventually led to NFTs and crypto through sneaker reselling, more specifically sports card flipping, investing, buying, selling, trading. So I got into it in high school. 2020 was the year I graduated high school, and COVID happened. Collectibles boom, which included crypto, NFTs, but that was out of my range at the time. I was way more caught in the sneakers, the streetwear, the sports cards, which eventually led to me finding NBA Top Shot in late October, early November of 2020, which I threw, the little money I had in Top Shot, got lucky, made a bag,
Let's go.
lost it all on shit coins in the spring of 2020. Basically, or sorry, the spring of 2021. Stepped away completely, and in August of 2021, the ThreadGuy account was created. Dropped out of college, and we were full time fucking tweeting.
Let's go.
That's like my
dude.
quick TLDR, as quick as I can make it.
Okay, so let's dive into a few things there. Let's dive into your tell me about basketball as a kid up until like tell me about it. It obviously meant something to you for sure, it still does.
Yeah, I mean that was my life. Playing AU basketball, travel basketball, like staying in hotels, practice 5 days a week, tournaments on the weekends. Like that's what it was from probably third grade until senior year of high school. Went to school. I went to VCU, Virginia Commonwealth in Richmond, for a year and an hour of year two. Gave up the basketball dream and was just a student full time until I happily and thankfully was able to transition into sort of what I'm doing now full time.
Let's go. Okay, so when you dropped out of college, did you have your job or like how did you just dropped out to just pursue it or did you already have a job lined up?
So I made a little money in NBA Top Shot, and I witnessed pure euphoria in like the NFT crypto mania that once you get a taste of, you can never put it down and fully step away. So I got lucky, and my first touch of NFTs was like a major win. And it was relative because I had nothing to put into it. But there were some pretty exponential games with NBA Top Shot. Um, so I sold Top Shot probably February, March, and pretty close overlap with the Bored Ape Yacht Club mint. I wasn't really on crypto Twitter, but I followed a few people from the sports card reselling account. So I had a fair idea of what was going on. At the time, the only projects, it was Top Shot, it was Crypto Punks, it was Art Blocks, and that was about it. So like the concept of what an NFT is, why it matters, and why I should care was way over my head. I just thought, oh, I trade sports cards. These are digital sports cards. Like let's
Let's
fucking
go.
gamble a little bit, see what happens. So the Bored Ape Mint came, and I faded it. Like I still have tweets. I haven't put them on the timeline yet, but I basically tweeted something along the lines of like, if these stupid monkey JPEGs are the future of NFTs, like you all are idiots, and I want no part of it. And it came back to bite me a little bit, but I basically put it away completely. And that summer, I really there was like a light bulb moment where Pranksy sold a zombie punk for like, it was a $1.5 million. And I just remember seeing it on my Twitter timeline because it had been building up and building up and building up because it was this crazy pandemonium fucking NFT summer was going on. And I was getting bits and pieces of it from the timeline, but I wasn't in. And finally the sale happened. And I was like, all right, I need to be a part of this. So I created a Twitter account. DiscoverX NFT was the handle. Transitioned into ThreadGuy, and I probably was tweeting for like a week. Posted a couple threads. Classes started, and I was like, the hour thing is a true story. I was in accounting 101. Like left the Zoom halfway through. I was like, I can't do this. Was done the next day, and I was just doing Twitter full time from basically 0 followers. Didn't have a job lined up. Like I was making money trading, but I wasn't making any money. So it was basically a full like maximum leverage 100x bet on my ability to shit post into a platform, I guess.
Dude, I fucking love it, dude. The fact that, like, to be honest, if we just like boil it down to the fact that you really just bet on yourself, you were like, I'm just gonna bet on myself. Like, I don't want to be sitting in this fucking accounting class. I want to be at least going for it. And I mean, I think that's like a huge lesson that anybody listening can take from this is like, you would have regretted it if you didn't go for it. And like, it might have not worked, right? Like, you might not be here, ThreadGuy. I might not be here, but like, the bottom line is you fucking went for it. And it's fucking crazy to see where you're at now, dude. It's so sick.
Thank you.
Like, to be honest.
It's been a pretty fucking insane 14, 16 months, whatever it's been. It's been wild.
Dude, what a fucking journey. So do you write threads at all anymore?
I'll be honest, like the last time I wrote, so I kind of like made my approach with threads was I would find an NFT project that I liked and I would highlight it. I would do a deep dive. I would analyze it, post it as a thread. Where it came from was I knew I wanted a platform on Twitter because I saw the leverage you get and the opportunities, the doors that open for you in this space if you have a platform. And the hardest thing for me was, okay, how do I get that platform? Because I'm not a whale. I don't have big bags. I'm not a developer. I don't have the experience in this space to tell people what's right and what's wrong. And I can't launch a project and succeed at this moment. So the obvious answer was like, all right, there's a massive education gap. If you want it, it's impossible to find anything about NFT projects now. Imagine August of 2021 when there was literally nothing. So if you wanted to research at all about what was out, you had to go to Twitter and, maybe you get lucky and someone wrote a thread or like wrote an article on some small news outlet and you could learn. But I saw a pretty significant opportunity there. It's still out there now. Like there's no education whatsoever. So I started with, I basically had a list of like 15, 20 names I wanted to follow me, wanted to get on the radar, most of which were connected to projects. And I kind of just started ticking them off and I would pick a project I was invested in. Maybe I had some, maybe I didn't. Maybe I just liked it, couldn't afford it, would write the thread. My thing was, so Twitter gives you a maximum of 25 tweets you can send at one time, and that's a thread. But you can send 25 and then you can add to the bottom of it. So my thing was I can only write projects that I have 26 plus tweets of substance. So I was like, just a CC0 art project like doesn't meet the criteria. I can't write about it. So I was looking for projects that like had some substance and something I could really dive into. And that's all it was for like 3 months. Like there was no personality to the account. There was no like, I wasn't even GMing. Like there wasn't shit post. It was just like threads. And slowly I was able to open it up and add some more content, some more personality, try some new things, and quickly it evolved. And I guess that's a long way of saying I haven't written a thread in probably February of 2022. But I have written a couple threads about Jenkins the Valet, which I am affiliated with. So I don't count those. As far as a project that I'm not affiliated with, February.
Dude, that's so dope. Honestly, to hear the backstory, I think this is fucking incredible. I love that, dude. 26. You're fucking that's fucking wild, dude. Let's go, dude. How do you like working with Jenkins?
Yeah, it's been awesome. I think the main thing like that I wanted out of the Twitter account was I know I can leverage this into a job, which can be leveraged into the real experience and connections I need. Like it was kind of like once I can get in, then I can let my work and my ability do the rest. But getting there is the hard part. So when I got a legitimate opportunity from a project that was the second thread I ever wrote was Jenkins the Valet in October of fucking 2021. Floor was under mint, like people were calling it a rug. And I wrote a thread about it because I liked that project. And then it, came full circle 6-8 months later with the perfect opportunity. And it's been great. Like it's incredible to work in Web3 and say what I do every day is my job because it's a fucking blast. And I mean, we're riding.
Yeah, we are fucking riding, bro. You're riding hard. You ride hard. I love it, dude. So I just have this question just popped into my head. So like, what would you say your favorite thing is about having your Twitter account be this this, not this big, I don't want to say this big, but like you've created this, which is incredible. And like, what would you say your favorite thing is? It your favorite thing that it opened this door to Jenkins, or is there something else? Like, it could be anything. There's no, I've never even asked this question to anybody, to be honest.
It's the people I get to talk to through, like, I dumb it down to literally, I posted a couple funny tweets on the timeline, and I can talk to basically anyone I want in Web3. And it's not like I'm setting hour-long phone calls with everybody, but it's simple as sending a reply under someone I used to idolize and like getting a reply back. And through this account and the growth and the activity, like, I have a line to so many people out of my league and out of my level that I should not have access to, which is a pretty like empowering feeling to know you have that in your back pocket. Like, if you need something or someone, you can find someone that's an expert in Web3 willing to lend a hand.
That's fucking dope, dude. That's so dope, man. I think like the access thing is huge. I think that's one of the biggest factors in Web3, like being able to talk to people, meet people, learn from people that are fucking experts is incredible. So the fact that you've been able to accomplish that is incredible. All right, dude. So we get into every single word. So we're going to go straight into happiness, but I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to read you my favorite definition of success. Okay. Success by Ralph Waldo Emerson. So it says, to laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics and endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate the beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition, to know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. This is to have succeeded.
Damn.
What do you think?
That was well fucking said. I got a little goosebumps, a little chills while you were reading it.
Let's go. What's your first thought that goes in your head?
To success is, I mean, it's like every time I think of success, I think of like happiness. It comes to opportunity in Web3. Like, it's like corny, and I know it's like an NFT interview, whatever. But seriously, I've kind of always had in my head, like, I knew I was going to do something important, and it was going to be big, and it was going to matter. And college was bullshit. I didn't need that stop on my way, but it was like frustrating or demoralizing, or I don't even know what the word is, to not know what the thing is, like how I'm going to get there, what it looks like. And I still don't, but I really feel like when I really found Web3, like, and the opportunity here, it kind of opened a door into like a new universe that I live in, and it's pretty fucking like invigorating and exciting. Like, it's kind of giving me a whole new take on what I'm doing here in a sense.
That's good. Dude, it's not corny at all. That was fucking incredible. I think it's pretty wild, to be honest, that you're not even 21, correct? You're 20.
Yeah, I'm 20 years young.
Yeah, like you're fucking really well spoken. So I admire that for sure. And dude, this is much more of just an NFT. Like, we're probably not going to talk about a lot of NFTs. So I'm fired up to get to know ThreadGuy. And so the first question under happiness is, what makes you happy every single day?
Honestly, getting an opportunity to do what I love on my terms, and the part, like, heavy emphasis on my terms. And I think that's one of the coolest things about this is, like, I think of myself as a creative, and I kind of go and flow with what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it. Like, I'm not really someone that works well with like a strict schedule and a lid on the jar and following orders. Like, I'm very free flowing in my work, and the Web3 and like what I do is that. And it's like, if I want to just hop on a space and talk about how I'm feeling today, I can do that. Like, if I want to hook up with some people and hop on a Discord call, or like write a thread and deep dive in a topic, I can do whatever I want. It's kind of like all the power is at my fingertips, and that flexibility to live how I want to live, when I want, the way I want, is like, that's happy to me.
Let's go, dude. I love it. Fucking every single day, dude. Just you're leaning into it, and I think that's fucking dope, dude. That's really like your passion shows for sure.
Mhm.
What so far in your life, what is the happiest moment of your life?
Jeez, what is the happiest moment of my life? That's a tough question to answer because I feel like there's always like a snub. Since we're talking NFTs, we're talking the journey. Like, honestly, when walking out of the VCU admissions office, like with my papers that I was done, like I felt like I made it in that moment, because like I felt like I made it, and I had no money, like no followers, no anything, but I was like, for some reason, I was certain that once I walked through those doors, like I just made like a monumental positive decision that's going to impact a lot of shit. And it has so far. We'll see, for better or for worse, as the story writes itself. But I was certain that that was like a very important day and moment, and it hasn't really been rivaled since.
Let's go, dude. Let's go. I mean, listen, a few things that I admire about you is that you love the journey. You say it all the time when you're speaking on spaces. And the second thing is that you've just like you've just committed yourself to the long run, to 8 years and like to down the line. And I think when you do that, you're so motivated every single day, and it shows. Like when you speak in these spaces with, especially with Alex, like you say it all the time, man. You're thinking 8-10 years down the line, like you're not even. So I think that's fucking awesome that you're doing that.
Yeah, and I think like it's easy to just say, zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. But if you really do and look at this from the bird's eye view and realize that it is a journey, and if you're willing to commit for 5 years, for 10 years, like, you quite literally can't fail. Like, obviously there's some exceptions, whatever, but if you, where we are on this timeline and how early we are, that if you genuinely are committed like you think you are on that time frame, I don't see how you lose.
I agree 100%, dude. I think it's awesome, and I think the bear market's been just fucking badass. So I'm fired up for the future. What is let's say, besides, do you have any communities that you really enjoy besides BAYC and besides Jenkins? Like maybe another NFT you have that not you're shilling anything, just like you really enjoy the community. Is there
Yeah,
anything you have?
I do. I'm gonna give a Sappy Seals shout out on this
Let's go.
podcast, and I'll tell you why. Like, to me, Sappy Seals kind of embody like the vibes and the fun, lighthearted entertainment that I originally wanted to bring to crypto Twitter. Like, when my content evolved, like that was, in a sense, like the intent, and they have nailed the voice. I bought a Sappy Seal a while ago. I bought the fucking top, but I bought a Sappy Seal a while ago, and made a tweet about it, and I was basically like, I just spent $3,500 on a meme for meme power only. Like, it was 100% a community and like vibes purchase, because I wanted to be a part of what they were doing, and I was, watching from the sidelines and window shopping for forever, and getting their engagement, and playing around with it. But they won me over, and I was like, I really respect what is being built here, because I feel like more people need to just take a fucking chill pill, hit a J, and laugh with the Sappy Seals every once in a while, because it would make life in the bear market a lot fucking easier for all of us if some people would do so.
Yeah, no, dude, I definitely agree, and I hope to hang out with Wob one day. I think that would
Oh
fucking be
man,
fire.
I was in.
Uh,
Watch this. I was in NFT NYC at the Sappy Seals event and I left without meeting Wob.
Oh man, that's
All
so
I met was
wild.
fucking T-Moss and Camel. Didn't meet Wob. It's bullshit. Yeah.
That's crazy. You didn't meet Alan? Alan
I did meet
Carroll?
Alan.
Oh,
I met Alan at Ape Fest actually,
I fucking like
which
Alan,
was
dude. I like
dope.
him
That
a
was
lot.
really cool
Yeah.
meeting Alan.
He's a good fucking guy, dude.
Great guy.
That's so fucking crazy. I almost went to that party actually. My boys from Canada actually almost sent me some seals so I could go. But it just got wild, bro. NFT NYC was fucking crazy.
That was a week.
Yeah. I don't know if I can go back to NYC. I think next year I'm going to skip NYC and I'm going to go to Art Basel because I'm not going to be able to make it to
Okay.
Art Basel. So I think I don't
You
know,
going to
man.
Art Basel this year?
No, I can't, dude. Yeah, I got it. Like, we'll see. If I'm full time Web3 next year, I'm probably going to all of them. But if I'm not really anything, right? My wife's like, she's like, thinks this is fun, and it's not like I'm pursuing something. Love her
Mhm.
to death. She obviously helps me, you know what I mean, with this. So like, she supports me, but she's like, you went to VCon, you went to NFTYC. Why do you need to go to Miami? And I'm like,
That's fair.
okay, I get it. I would love to be there, but I get it. So, uh, that's why I'm fucking chasing this shit so I can be at all of them next
Respect,
year. So,
man. Oh yeah.
okay, so let's get into inspiration. So, I fucking love inspiration. Do one life. We got one life. That's it. That's like almost all you need to tell yourself every fucking day. And I just want to give you flowers and say that you inspire me. You inspire me by your story. You inspire me by your ethics, dude. I love that shit about you. And just the fact that you're you and you haven't changed. Like I've listened to how many, I don't even know how many fucking spaces with you and Alex, and you're so consistently you, man. And so I just had to say that. Um, what is one lesson that you've had to learn the hard way in your life?
What is one lesson I've had to learn the hard way in my life? I think one thing I've definitely had to learn the hard way, and especially as we get into like Web3 and meeting people, growing in the space, is be very careful who you trust and are willing to put your time, effort, money, and energy into. I think a lot of people have had to learn that the hard way in Web3, especially there's this wrinkle of anonymity as well that adds to kind of the complexity of navigating relationships in Web3. But I think a lot of times I've seen people put so many eggs in one basket, particularly another person, particularly another project, and take an L. And when you kind of bet so hard and are so invested into one thing, whether it's a project, whether it's a person, whether it's a company, and it goes south and you don't have a leg to stand on to pick yourself back up, I think it's a very tough situation. So, like, for me, at least, I've been very, very, very cautious about my approach to putting ThreadGuy on anything and giving it to anyone, because like my brand is, that's all I have at the end of the day, and that's what I've worked so hard to build and have to work twice as hard to protect moving forward, especially as everything I do now is magnified at a scale that it just wasn't and has never been. Like, I've never done social media or had a platform where people want to, have me on their podcast or want to listen to what I have to say. So that's definitely something I've had to learn, is to be very, very protective over what's mine and not put too many eggs in one basket, in one person, in one entity.
Yeah. No, I love it. I think that is honestly one of the hardest things in this space. I can just relate to you. I'm definitely tough with that. I want to give everybody the benefit of the doubt, but it's really fucking hard in this space, especially when some people are undoxed. It's like, but it is what it is, and you got to learn and grow with that. So, I admire that you protecting your brand. I think that's everything, and I think like a lot of people in our world forget that like if you build something like just say a business, for example, and your customers trust you, This is the most valuable thing in business. And now, as long as you don't abuse that, um, and so I think that you saying that is so powerful. Like, if your word is everything, then you can do fucking anything in business. I honestly think you could sell anything. You could fucking it's like crazy actually, and as long as you don't abuse it. So I love that you said that. What do you love about Web3 that inspires you to do it every day?
Honestly, like the people and seeing others that I have followed and watched and like played a role in their journey, and seeing like the come up stories and the successes and people just like revolutionizing their lives in such a short period of time. Like I've been here for a while, but I've really been here for like 14, 15 months, and so many people that I started with and like we were just in the mud together, or I followed on the journey, or lended a hand to at one time or another. Like seeing those people win is motivating back to me and inspiring back to me, because it's just further hones in the idea of like you can really be or do anything. Like there's no handcuffs and ankle weights holding anyone back from a success story in what we're doing here.
I love it, dude. Yeah, the opportunity is crazy. I do love that. Do you have anybody in your life that is like an inspirational leader, or have you had somebody you've looked up to throughout your life?
Yeah, I mean, it's like a low hanging fruit answer, but I gotta say my dad, like
Yeah.
100%, and that's like that's an important relationship, and I'm like blessed to have it, because not everyone is privileged enough to be able to say that as the answer, but that's a really empowering feeling to know you have that level of like a support system and a shoulder to kind of lean on when you need it. So that, yeah, that's definitely the answer.
Tell me a little bit about your dad.
I mean, he's a real G. Like, I think if you were to go to most parents and be like, I'm dropping out of college to fucking create internet pictures full time, they'd be like, what is wrong with my son? And what drugs are you taking? What went wrong? Um, but my parents are like very, very supportive and open. And rather than, like a pushback outrage, it's like, okay, like let's, so what's the plan? Like what's the next move? How are you going to make it happen? And that kind of go, um, do now, figure out later kind of mentality is like something I've embodied. And I think and I keep saying, but it's empowering to know that you just have that level of like that cushion and that assistance when you need it, because everyone needs it at one point or another. Like just like the fucking market, we don't just go up and to the right. Like there's the other days when it goes the other way, or the other weeks, the other months, and you got to have something to fall back on when you need it, because we all do at one moment or another.
Let's go, dude. I love it. I absolutely love it. Don't talk about it, be about it, dude. That's it, man. I think that's what you're saying is just go for it, and you're gonna prove, why you're here, and stay true to that. What's your favorite inspirational movie?
What's my favorite inspirational movie? Um, this is, I feel like, a pretty basic answer. I watched it for the first time. It is. I watched it for the first time probably like 2 years ago, and it really is like the most like cliche inspiring movie. But The Pursuit of Happiness, like that movie, like definitely speaks to you on some levels. I don't watch a ton of movies. I like them more of a TV series guy, but that's something I
Okay.
like went out of my way to watch, and was worth the 2.5 hours or whatever it was.
Okay, you have to give me a favorite sports movie, and then you have to give me a favorite TV show.
Okay. My TV show might be fucking controversial based on where we are in the market, but it's Rick and Morty, and it's not even close. And I'll die on
Let's
that.
go. Let's go.
And
I love it.
basketball movie is White Men Can't Jump or He Got Game.
Fire, fire, fire. I like it. I like it. Dude, who's your favorite basketball player of all time?
Kobe Bean.
Okay. All right, dude.
No contest.
Let's go, dude. Absolutely. Have to. You got that mentality, dude. I love it.
Got to, man. No, not even close.
Let's go. I fucking love it, man. All right, let's go into positivity, dude. This means a lot to me. I think I don't think I know that negativity is so loud in the world. And so just having positivity in your life is so fucking powerful, and showing that to people that are hurting or in a bad place is so fucking powerful. So under positivity, we talk about positive mindset. And so I'm just going to read like a pretty generic definition of positive mindset. So positive mindset is the practice on focusing on the good in any situation. Now, that doesn't mean that you're delusional to life, right? Because crazy shit happens, right? Like people die, you have people die in your family. There's all kinds of shit that happens, but what it means is like focusing on the good in that you have in your life, right? That you woke up, that you have clean water, that you have food. Can you talk to me a little bit about positive mindset in your life and how that's helped you throughout your life?
Yeah. I think positive mindset is something you have to develop. Like you aren't, at least for me, I won't say you, I'll say me, I had to develop, because it's not something I just like wake up and am super enthusiastic on any given day. And I think as I've like gotten older and gotten allowed to put myself in more situations I want to be in, the positive mindset has come through more often. I think it's important, especially important, I realized as this crypto bear market happened. And man, like first time I've experienced like a real bear market, where essentially like 100% of everything I own is affected in a way. And I basically like bet my entire life on the success of this space. So bear market is scary, and number goes down is scary. But I feel the positive mindset has been extremely important navigating this, and like staying motivated to get up and go tweet on Twitter and go host a space and like respond to that DM and bring the energy on someone's podcast and kind of find like the light when it's pretty dark. And it would be easy to just be like, this shit sucks, the world's going to shit, the markets are in the gutter, Twitter is junk, I'm out of here. Or you can take the other approach and be like, yeah, it's quiet, like we have the ability to focus and to hone in and to learn and to compete with less people and really perfect the content on a smaller scale. So when we're back, you've perfected it and you can grow that much further. Like I really think it's helped me a lot, and it's helping a lot of people kind of navigate a tough world, quite frankly, that we're in right now.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. I think like there's a lot of positives to the bear market, and I think like it's shown the true people that are here. And like I tell people all the time, like I'm on gratitude day 258 or some shit. Like nobody fucking, I had maybe 5 to 10 likes every gratitude day, maybe till like 120 or some shit. So it's like, just keep going, just keep showing up, keep doing your thing. And yeah, we're gonna fucking make it out of this. It might be a while, but we're gonna keep riding.
Exactly.
What do you think some positive benefits of Web3 are for the world?
For the world, I mean, we can get technical and talk about, how Bitcoin basically gives countries and people in really fucked up situations with corrupt governments and a literal shit coin as their nation's currency, gives them like a real level playing field in the most broad sense to access money in a fair economy through Bitcoin and through currency, decentralized currency. I feel like Web3 was just like, in a broad sense, a mega kind of cultural reset, and people like me that are young and don't have experience and haven't, worked in Web2 for 15 years, that have genuine skills and ability and things to contribute, like, can be heard and can grow a platform and have a voice. And I feel like the variety of minds that we are going to get to hear from and get to learn from and get to meet through Web3 is like on such a bigger scale than it would ever be on the infrastructure we have right now. And like thinking about the ideas and the innovation that is going to come out of this that would never be possible before is a pretty exciting thing to think about.
I mean, can you imagine you on a Spaces with Elon Musk, dude? Like, can you? I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm just saying, like, think about shit like that, right? Think about you on a space with Gary, right? I know you are at least fond of Gary a little bit, but like, what the fuck?
What the
Like,
fuck?
that's wild, bro.
What the
People
fuck?
pay Gary $10,000 to have a fucking hour fucking meeting with him.
It's crazy. It's
What?
insane. And it's just
I give
like,
that motherfucker a hug, like, for
yeah.
free. You know what I mean?
And I watched the video. I saw it. I saw
Thanks,
that
bro.
shit.
Thank you.
I mean, it really is like this infinite game that we're all playing, but it's so much more fair, and the scalability of it is like quite literally unlimited for everybody. And we're in this age now, and there's apps like TikTok and we have Twitter, where you don't need to be some mogul that has made X amount of money to put out content that people fuck with and to blow up. And that is pretty fucking cool, because, like, again, I keep saying this, but the playing field is really level. And if you have dope shit, there's somebody out there to consume it, and you now have access to reach them, whereas you never had even the slightest bit before.
Let's fucking go, dude. I love it, dude. I love it. Okay, so before we get into enthusiasm, I like to touch a little bit on manifestation and faith. So before, you had said that you kind of felt like when you opened those doors out of college that it just felt right. So are you religious at all? Are you faith driven, or?
I'll tell you, I'm not religious, but definitely faith driven. And I big into, or honestly more recently, I've gotten pretty big into manifestation and just kind of making the reality that I want and putting it out there and living it exactly how I want. And I'll be honest, like, it hasn't steered me wrong any step of the way. So I still do it. I got my journal. I write in it. Yeah, I do what I do, and it personally has helped me a lot and given me kind of, it's nice again to feel like you have someone or something or whatever just working in your favor and playing on your team. And that's where I'm at with it.
I think I love it, man. I think when you manifest things and then you write it down, first of all, is super powerful. If you read it every day, it's more powerful. If you tell people about it, dude, it is so powerful, because the universe, I tell people, like, the universe has your back. I fucking promise you, the universe wants us to win. So when you tell someone your dreams or your things that you're working towards and manifesting, then that person might go tell that another person. Then they might go tell another person. They'll be like, oh, I met this guy and he wants to do this. And then that person's like, holy fuck, like, I got to meet this guy. And who knows who that is. And it's like those types of things is like the energy in the world that, like, is just fucking crazy. So I'm glad you manifest, because I think it's like ridiculously powerful.
For sure. And I mean, for me, like one of the best things that I ever did was get out a notebook and like write down what I wanted and what I was going to do and how I was going to do it. And that step, like it's so minor, but symbolically, like it's everything. Because for me, by not writing it down and not declaring, okay, this is exactly what I want, this is how I'm going to do it, and this is when I want to do it by, you kind of give yourself an out. Because if something doesn't go your way, or maybe you didn't, get 1% better today towards that goal, you can kind of pull the, well, I don't really know exactly where I'm going. You give yourself an out, you give yourself a break. And by writing it down, like you can't run from that, because you've defined, okay, I want this. And everything you do, you compare to whether it's putting you in a better or worse position for this. And by writing it down, I was really able to kind of narrow what I was pushing towards. And that kind of started a trend for a lot of change, a lot of growth, a lot of positive effects that I needed.
Let's fucking go. I love it. I absolutely love it, dude. I can't wait to fucking, like, to be honest, just be on this journey and see what you accomplish, because you're already fucking crushing it. All right, let's fucking go. Like, enthusiasm. Like, listen, this is it, dude. Fucking every day, just fucking energized. Like, you're getting me excited about your fucking life. Like, I'm fired the fuck up for you so much right now. Um, it just goes back to the fact that we have one life, dude. We have one fucking life. So at the end of fucking life, I can promise you right now, dude, just hearing you, me and you, we ain't gonna regret shit, because we're gonna say that we fucking went for it, good or bad. We fucking went for it.
Yes, sir.
This is one of my favorite questions, dude. 3 things in your life right now that you can't get enough of.
3 things in my life right now that I can't get enough of. Twitter Spaces. I'm obsessed with
Yes.
Twitter Spaces, and that has opened a whole new floodgate and door for what I even thought was possible out of this. Twitter Spaces is one. I'm gonna say the gym, like straight up.
Let's go.
That has been like a very important important outlet where I especially with the style of my content and my approach to Twitter, it's kind of like an all day, every day thing. And especially in the bull market, like you can literally get in this loop where I'm just doom scrolling Twitter for like 14 fucking hours. And that's like the whole day is Twitter, right? Like the whole touching grass thing is true. Like we need to do it more. I need to do it more.
Yeah.
And being able to like that's my hour where the phone, like Twitter is off, Twitter is silenced, and that's like the hour where it's just like I'm here, and whatever's happening in Web3 does not matter. I don't care. Don't DM me, don't text me, like I'm not gonna see it. And that's an important hour, and pushes me, gives me like a mental reset that's needed. And I feel like if you drown yourself in this literally every second of every day, you burn out, and we're way too early to burn out.
Yeah.
The third thing that I can't get enough of, I'm gonna say meeting new people, and it kind of ties into Twitter Spaces in a sense. The one thing I really wanted to get out of Spaces was, first and foremost, the public speaking. Like this is not what I like to do. Like I don't love to speak in front of people, in front of audiences, in front of crowds. Always hated it. Forced myself to do it because it's a skill you have to have. And secondly, tying into my answer is, if you can do this and have these conversations and get on Spaces and bring someone up, you unlock the ability to learn from so many people. And Spaces has been an avenue I've taken to do that. And as I've gotten better at talking, I've gotten better at asking questions, I've gotten better at listening. And it's kind of like this infinite loop that goes exponentially. And the more people you talk to, the more you learn, then you figure out how to ask better questions, how to tailor a conversation to get to what you want to. That was a big thing for me, is like I'm desperate for all this like knowledge and information that I don't even know how to get. Like that's a weird thing. Like how do you even ask the question to get an answer that you don't know what the answer is that you want? And through talking to people, like forcing myself to talk to people on a public stage every day, I get a little better at getting the answers I want and figuring out how to formulate and ask the questions I need to ask.
Fucking love it, dude. Information gathering. I think that, well, listen, I know that I'm speaking at VCon 2023, and I think ThreadGuy needs to speak at VCon 2023. Don't worry. I'm gonna that's gonna happen, and like I might hope that we're on the same panel. To be honest with you, that's a selfish kind of statement I just said, but like, listen, I'm
put it
speaking,
out
bro.
there though.
Let's go. We're manifesting this shit.
Right.
Like, fuck, dude, we are riding. Listen, what is your favorite? Like, I don't know how to even word this. Like, what is your favorite way to touch grass? What is your favorite? I don't know. What do you do when you touch grass? Like, what do you want to do when you go out and stop and like you're away from Twitter? Besides the gym?
Like I've started trying to do things where I can disconnect. Like that's the biggest thing, is like disconnect from the phone, because that can turn into a fucking toxic relationship. It almost feels like the crazy girlfriend sometimes, the way those notifications never stop. They never stop.
Yeah, I can't imagine for you.
It always comes back though to the ball and the empty court. Like that's the ultimate. Like if I'm really stressed and struggling and not sure what to do, it's like, all right, I'm gonna be gone for an hour and a half. Throw in the earbuds and just go bounce the ball. Like that. That's the ultimate piece for me.
Okay. And then I feel like I already know the answer to this, but is your favorite music artist Drizzy?
Bro, it is. Yeah. And that, like, look, like, people might call me out, like, oh, it's so basic. It's
no, it's cool.
Drizzy's the GOAT, and I will die on, that's the greatest artist ever, and I will die on that hill. I will die on that fucking hill.
Listen, dude, I love Drizzy, but I feel like I had this conversation with Leap the other day, dude, and I think like I gotta give it to Wheezy, dude. Wheezy have baby, like,
that's fair.
Honestly,
like,
Drizzy wouldn't be here if it wasn't for we
fair.
were talking about Nicki versus Cardi, and I was like, yo, this like Nicki started the fucking women rapper scene. Like we can't, and then you can't even talk about it without Lil Wayne. Like you can't. Like
fair.
there's no Young Money. But I love Drizzy, dude. I love it. And when you fucking start singing, bro, it's
you can't fight Lil Wayne. I'll give you that all day.
It's gas. And honestly, when you start like rapping on fucking Spaces, I'm just like,
bro,
this,
yeah,
dude.
like
I love it.
Telling you that, I feel like it's layup lines. I'm in there turning up. Yeah.
Let's go. All right. What has been? I don't want to ask. Okay, what's the most exciting moment in Web3 for you?
What's the most exciting moment in Web3 for me? When I bought my Mutant Ape. Okay. It was like I bought. So I traded for my Mutant Ape. It was I gave up like 4 ETH worth of NFTs and money at the time. ETH was 4K. So honestly, it's fucking paid more for it than it's worth now, basically. But that was like happened pretty early. I probably had like 3,000 followers, 3,500 followers. And that was another play where I was first of all, it was by far the biggest purchase I ever made in my life. But that was another play where I made it and I was like positive. I just did something. I just leveled up. I just made a jump. And for me, the Mutant play was 100% a networking brand play. I was like, I want to meet all these fucking people. I'm growing. It's moving fast. But ultimately, the people I really want to meet have this profile picture. And I have an opportunity to get this profile picture right now. I think the network effects that will come from it vastly outweigh the monetary cost. And I was right. And I think that might be a little bit of a demoralizing statement because you look at it now, you're like, oh, 15 grand for connections. Like, I can't fucking afford that. I think times have changed a lot. And it's no longer the case where like you need an expensive profile picture to be taken seriously. Want to give an Alexander shout out. Like, I think if anyone broke that mold, it was Shillin' Villain with the rugged PF, like the $30 PFP, the rugged PFP. We all know the story. Getting to the top and staying there with a collection that's essentially a lone wolf, I think is inspiring to a lot of people that, yo, you don't need, a mutant ape to be a shit poster on Twitter, because you don't. You absolutely don't. And I'm happy that someone like him was able to pave that road and show the light to a lot of people. But the mutant ape, man, like that was a moment for me, for sure.
That's fucking dope, dude. That's so dope. Who's your I don't know, this is kind of a fucked up question, but who's your favorite ape that you've met?
It's a good question. Let me think about this. I've met a lot of fucking dope ass people at Ape Fest. I'll tell you what.
Also, and how much ape coin did you get? How much money did you get from me?
So I'll tell you the ape coin story. I got I don't know. I think it was, I don't know what the number is now, what mutants got, but it was the equivalent to, I sold it at $10 for like 15,000 USD, which, I mean, right. I mean, like insane. It's as much as I paid for it, but it was like extra insane because I don't remember the exact date that ApeCoin came out, but it was fucking tax season was approaching, and your boy did not have tax money for tax season, and gift from God, they just like sent ApeCoin to my wallet, insta sold, paid off all my stress for taxes, and we were fucking riding. So shout out Yuga Labs. Holy shit, that was insane. Yeah, that was insane. And the other question, who's my favorite ape? I'll say there's probably three, and not to single anyone out, but Degentraland, Bored Apewood. Actually, there's four. Degentraland, Bored Apewood, Cross, and Menace to Society is like kind of a little circle that I have been pretty tight with, like a long way up in the space. NFT NYC was the first IRL event I ever went to, and getting to meet those people face to face that I really felt like I had been through some shit with and had watched them like level the fuck up on all types of ways. Like that was a really cool feeling, and honestly like made it all feel real. Like going to NFT NYC really made it feel real, that like, yo, these JPEGs that I talk to on Twitter all day are like real people, and the connections I'm making are genuine and exist on a level much deeper than what you could ever get out of the Twitter app.
Yeah, I love it, dude. I love it. I hope to go to Ape Fest one year. That's super fucking exciting, dude. That's super exciting that you got airdropped. I remember going on to Twitter, and I've followed Benjamin pretty religiously for like since I got into the space, since last fucking whatever. I got in fucking right when I minted my V friends, so May of right in the middle of Bored Ape. And I just remember him posting a photo, and it was like when he got airdropped, like it was like 350K. It might have been more, dude. It might have been like 500K. It was like so crazy. I told my wife, I was like, this dude that I've been following just fucking got this much money. And she was like, shut the fuck up. And I'm like, no, like seriously. And so anyways, I had Ben on the podcast. And he like tier sold it. So he fucking really wrote, dude, he really made, like he sold some at 10, then he sold some at 15, then he sold some at 26. And I was just like, oh my God, dude. Like it was honestly super cool because he just had a baby. So he used it to like buy their new house. And like, I was just like, dude, let's fucking go. Like, I don't know. That was like one of those moments where like it wasn't like for me, like I'm sure a lot of people were upset they didn't have an ape and shit. But like for me, I was just like, this is fucking insane. Like that this can happen. Like I was so excited for those people that like for you to hear your story. Like that's so fucking dope.
Yeah, that's definitely, whenever there's a moment like that and so many people have a come up, it's pretty dope to see.
Let's fucking go, dude. All right, dude, we're gonna go straight into dreams. Okay. Dreams are fucking real, man. Dreams are fucking, you gotta have a big dream in your life or something that you're chasing because the journey is incredible. I think it's really important to think about like long term what you want to do with your life and the legacy that you want to leave. So I'm gonna read to you. This is like one of my favorite things, and everybody fucking crushes it, dude. I'm gonna read my dream that I have for my life, and then I'm gonna have you come up with a dream that you have for your life. Okay. So I'm Gentle Tornado. I am an honest, enthusiastic, and successful man that will inspire people to live their life through happiness.
That's heat. I love it. I love it, Gentle Tornado.
Thanks, bro.
You got to read it to me one more time.
I'm an honest, enthusiastic, and successful man that will inspire others to live their life through happiness. So who are you, ThreadGuy?
That's a good question, Gentle Tornado. That's like a deep one. You can go like
You got this. You got it, dude. You're gonna crush this, and I'm fucking so pumped to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, I mean, I'm ThreadGuy. I'm Michael Jerome.
Let's go. Fucking fire name. What the fuck? Let's go.
Yeah, 2 first names is a red flag. Major red flag for anyone out there listening.
Oh my god.
I'm smart, powerful, and motivated motherfucker that wants to see how far I can take this and how many lives I can change. And when I say see how far I can take this thing, like I really want to see how far I can push this and how far I can take it, because I already feel like I'm like living on borrowed time, in the sense that like I'm not supposed to be here in this position doing this, and I am. And I feel like I would be doing myself, but also literally like the world, a disservice by not going for it and to the point of no return and doing that 100x over like that. That's really like what my motivation is just to like how far can you take this? Like how far can you push what you always kind of dreamed of doing? And like, can you make the 5-year-old up at night daydreaming a reality? Because the opportunity's there.
Dude, let's go. I cannot wait to fucking clip that, dude. Listen, I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to read to you the most important thing that I've ever read in my life. Okay? It's called The Dash. It says, I read of a man who stood to speak at the funeral of a friend. He referred to the dates of the tombstone from the beginning to the end. He noted that first came the date of birth and spoke of the following date with tears. But he said what mattered most of all was the dash between those years. For that dash represents all the time they spent alive on earth, and now only those who love them know what that little line is worth. For it matters not how much we own, the cars, the house, the cash. What matters is how we live and love and how we spend our dash. So think about this long and hard. Are there things you'd like to change? For you never know how much time is left that can still be rearranged. To be less quick to anger and show appreciation more, and love the people in our lives like we've never loved before. if we treat each other with respect and more often wear a smile, remembering that this special dash might only last a little while. So when your eulogy is being read, with your life's actions to rehash, would you be proud of the things they say about how you lived your dash?
Damn. That was some goosebump ass reading right there. Wow.
It's motivational.
Yeah, that is fucking motivational. That's a very kind of touching excerpt right there.
Yeah. How do you feel about it?
Man, I think that's about as well as you can put it. It's cool to hear someone else be able to like articulate a feeling or like a thought or an idea that you sort of like know or are conscious of or aware of, but to lay it out in a way you're unable to, like that's pretty fucking empowering.
Let's fucking go, dude. I love it, dude. Listen, the way that we end the show is that you get to leave the audience with one final thought. That could be literally anything. And then you get to ask them a question.
One final thought is that I'm not anywhere. I haven't done shit. I'm not trying to sit on a high horse and play holier than thou. But 15 months ago, 16 months ago, I literally was lost in like the truest sense and had no idea what the fuck I was doing, where I was going, why I was doing it. And through just fucking being bold and taking the first real opportunity I could find, it spiraled into a second, into a third, into a fourth. And in only a couple months, it had gotten far enough along where I knew that I changed my life and set myself up in an opportunity to do whatever the fuck I want. So to bring it full circle, it's almost like you might be kind of unhappy in the place that you're at right now, but you literally are the creator and have the power in your hands to change it. And if you're listening to this, you probably have heard of an NFT, you've heard of crypto in some light. It's the great fucking equalizer. The playing field is level. And if you don't try, you'll never know. Genuinely, you'll never know if you don't try.
Let's fucking go. It's the fucking heat.
And the question I want to ask, because honestly, it's a question I've been pondering a lot. It's a stolen question. It's the Alexander special. He asked this to every person that comes on stage, and he's asked me it a bunch of times, and my answer changes every time. And I leave feeling like, fuck, do I really know the answer? Like, was that strong enough? Did I really believe that? What's your why?
Fuck yeah.
What's your why? And that's like that question. I've heard it shit answered like 250 times now. Different answer every single time from every single person from every different walk of life. And I think ultimately, like all paths and all roads, like I don't actually know, but I think I know, lead back to what's your why. And from what I've seen in the little experience I have, the people that know what their why is are able to do one extra rep when their buddy isn't.
Yes.
And that something so small is insanely, infinitely powerful.
I literally don't have anything to say. I want to run through the wall right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I honestly have a lot of empathy for my East Coast fam because I'm West Coast that does this. Because like, I think you're gonna want to journal after this, to be honest.
I'm about to fucking whip mine out. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Pause. Yeah.
You should not have said it like that because I think
Yeah,
I'm honestly
pause.
I'm gonna have to clip it like for just the meme. To be honest,
Clip
like
that
you're probably fucked. Okay, guys, listen. This has been Hype Happy Hour episode 27 with my motherfucking guy, ThreadGuy. This is a guy's a legend. I'm so pumped to watch his journey, to support him, to ride with him, to just fucking fire him up. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for coming on, ThreadGuy. Let's fucking go, dude. We are riding.
Bro, it was a fucking blast. And I just want to say, like, I know this whole podcast was focused on me, but Gentle Tornado, like, you genuinely are a light in the space that people need, and you might not realize the scale that your actions affect others, but it runs fucking deep. And I'll tell you, man, like, if I wake up and I'm in a shit mood and I'm on Twitter and I'm mad, I'm, spitting back at reply guys, and I see that damn gratitude video of you singing, fucking Meg Thee Stallion in GM. Like, it makes me smile, bro. And I hate, like, sometimes to be like, fuck, like, I didn't want to smile. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, like, I'm supposed to be pissed off right now.
Yeah.
But those damn GM videos, to me, like, that sums up you in like one clip. And I just hope you know, like, how deep those effects run and how many people you impact with your outlook on life, because it's refreshing to hear someone like you and to watch it play out for so long that finally I'm like, all right, like, he's not kidding. This is not an act. Like, this is not toxic positivity. Like, this motherfucker is just insane. And it's a really fucking cool thing to be able to witness and experience with you and be a part of. So I genuinely, not just giving you flowers to give you flowers, because I don't do that. Like, I genuinely appreciate what you do for the space, but selfishly for me personally.
Dude, I that really means the world to me. I appreciate it, man. Like, fuck. That means the world to me. I'm not stopping, man. I really feel like I'm here to just give what I have to the world, man. Like, whatever that means. I'm not driven by money. I'm driven by like hearing you say that. Like, that means that means so much to me, dude. Like, like, I want to fucking cry. Like, literally, I'm like, that means like what I have been given is something positive for the world, and that's why I feel like I'm here, man, and I'm just gonna keep going. Like, I can't stop, to be honest, because I got
Can't
kids.
stop, won't
Like,
stop.
no, dude, I gotta fucking put on for them. Like, that's it. You know what I mean? And so, can't stop, won't stop, baby. Let's fucking go. We're going to the
Every
fucking moon.
fucking day, man. We're out here, bro, and we're out here, like, straight up.
Let's go. All right. Peace, everybody.